guys, one of the best parts of Thanksgiving dinner is leftovers. And one of my favorite leftovers is turkey soup. So we did a big potluck for Thanksgiving dinner itself. And then a couple days later, I had picked up a turkey breast with the bone attached. And I roasted that up for myself. So I've been having leftovers for days, which has been awesome. And now I'm about to make turkey soup. I've never done it this way before. I've never done it with anything this small before. But let me show you what we got going on. Okay, so here's the trusty Instant Pot. And I've got this basket insert, which fits very closely inside the Instant Pot. And one of the issues with making stock, which is what I'm doing first, is, you got to fish all the bits and pieces out, and that can be difficult. So I decided just to dump everything into this basket strainer, and then I'm going to add water to it to, cover it up pretty well and make stock. So I've got my turkey breast carcass, and I quartered an onion, couple of carrots, couple of stalks of celery, and then I seasoned it with salt, pepper, and then about a half a teaspoon each of sage, parsley, and rosemary. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this up with water, and then we're going to get it cooking. See if I can do this one-handed. And because the pot is so big, these aren't water bottles that I drink out of. These are just water bottles that I keep to have extra water around. So we're going to just dump this in. And I'll probably need to get another one. Oh, and a bay leaf. I threw a bay leaf in too. So what's going to happen is I'm going to cook the stock up. Yeah, I want more water than that. I'm going to cook the stock up, and this will go on high pressure for about, I think I'll do it about an hour. I usually do 2 hours to make actual bone broth, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. Oh, but I think I'm gonna do the other thing that we do for bone broth, which is put in a little apple cider vinegar. And I think an hour will still be plenty. I'm almost out of apple cider vinegar. Okay, so got the lid off, and we're going to put in about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And you always want to use organic, and you want to make sure that you get apple cider vinegar that includes the mother. That's the healthiest kind for you. And then I refilled my water bottle. So let's add some more water here. And I think I'm going to do a little more. So this will be my stock for my soup, and that means that I won't have to add any more water to it later. Instant Pot's plugged in. Let's put it on pressure cook. Last thing we did was 4 minutes, so this will take a minute to come up to an hour. And as I said, I normally would do it for a whole lot longer. But one of my concerns here is that I might end up having to run the generator for a while if I start running out of solar, because there we go, and it's on. Because it's winter time. It's the end of November, and the days are getting shorter, and I inadvertently didn't park facing the correct direction, so I'm faced a little more west than I really wanted to be, and as a result, I'm not getting as much solar as I want. So if I start sucking my battery down too low, I'll need to run the generator for a while, so I'll have plenty of power for overnight. Just to give you an idea, I mean, I show you a very small area, but this is the entire kitchen. So basically I've got no counter space. Now, I do have this little flip-up shelf here that I use from time to time, and I'll end up using that today as I chop up the vegetables that are going to go into the rest of the turkey soup when I make the soup part. And the basket holds, all kinds of things, usually fruit and vegetables that don't need to be refrigerated. And I've got, unusually, I have Aussie Bites, which I bought to share with people, and I picked up a loaf of sourdough bread because I really like it. And every once in a while I want to have some bread. So there you go. So this is going to be about an hour, and then in the meantime, I'm going to get all my vegetables chopped up, and then all I'll have to do is strip off the rest of the meat from the carcass, which won't be that much. This is going to be mostly vegetable soup flavored with turkey, I think. And then, get the carcass stripped off and put the meat back in, put the vegetables in, and I'm only going to run it for probably about 6 minutes because I don't want the vegetables like super soft. So I'll check back with you when we get to that stage. Okay, so here we are. This is the stock. Getting it out of here is going to be fun. So after an hour, I did a quick pressure release. And by the way, I carry it a long distance. I carry the whole pot over to my doorway, and I put it on my step while I'm venting so that I can get most of that moisture outside. Sorry about the mess. I've just been doing all kinds of things in here today. And then carry it back over to the counter stove area. So that's ready to go. I'm going to wait a minute or 2 or 3 because see all the steam coming off of it. I'm going to burn my little fingers. And then over here, I've got my veggies chopped up. So I got green pepper, I got carrots, I got celery, I got some tomatoes, I got some onions, got some mini gold potatoes, and I got some leftover red cabbage from something I made a week or so ago. So all of those veggies are going to go in after I get this out and strip off the rest of the turkey meat. I also want to try and do this in a way that preserves any juice that might run, any stock that might run out of the bottom of the basket while I'm manipulating the meat and the vegetables. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I don't have room to be able to show you this as I do it, but I'll come back and let you know how it went. Okay, so I stripped off all the meat, and I got a little pile of bones left, and the onions and celery and carrots that I cooked together. I gotta tell you, this basket that fits just inside the Instant Pot, man, this was an awesome way to do this. I'm gonna remember this for the future when I make chicken stock and whatever, because it was so much easier just to lift the whole basket out and I didn't have to sort through and sift, and it took much less time than it typically does now. It was a much smaller quantity than like a whole chicken or turkey would have been, but that's okay. And then I just went ahead and chopped up and dropped in over here. I only had about maybe a cup and a half out of the carcass that I boiled. So I took some of the breast meat that was previously cooked up and added that to it. And then all I'm going to do is take the rest of the veggies, add them in here. I'm going to put in another bay leaf. And I'm only going to cook this for about 4 minutes because I don't want my vegetables to be all mush. And then I'm going to test to make sure the vegetables are done enough. And if not, I'll put them back in for a little while. So just combining things, and then we'll check this out after it cooks for about 4 minutes. Okay, here we go. After 4 minutes, the potatoes were done. But keep in mind that I dumped the potatoes into the broth while I was pulling the meat off the bones, so they got a little bit of a head start on cooking. If I hadn't done that, I think 5 minutes would be a good choice. I did end up needing to re-season because it was just a little bit bland tasting to me. So I added some more sage, I added some more rosemary, and salt and pepper, and I threw in just a little bit of allspice. I'm going to put the lid back on, let it cook for another minute, and that'll be that, just to get the seasonings incorporated. And I've already tasted it. It tastes great. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. Leave me a note down in the comments below if you'd make turkey soup this way. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and always remember to sally forth. Live your best life. Go out and adventure in whatever way works for you.